Hello everyone, Nexilife here, and I just wanted to sit down and actually talk a little bit about toxic work environments. My experience on it, another friend of mine's experience on it, which obviously I will not mention his name for his privacy and stuff, but oh boy, things have gotten pretty bad in the workplace as of late. Playing favoritism, nepotism, trying to promote someone who doesn't deserve it. And I remember that I was working in several call center jobs back in the day, like a few years ago or a little bit more. The first one being almost 10 years ago now. I remember how, you just sit on a cubicle. You are taking calls. Hello, this is Hector. How can I help you today? And then you keep doing it again and again. You sit right in front of the screen. And you do real life later on that, wow, just sitting there and staring at the screen for 8 hours a day is not healthy at all. No, it's not healthy. Like, sure, there's breaks, but I don't think the breaks is enough for, all the time you're just sitting there. They only give you like a 10 to 15 minute break, and then you're just a cog in the machine right here taking more calls. Hello, this is Hector. How can I help you today? You get the idea? I really was feel like it become so mundane, so repetitive, so predictable. It started becoming boring. It's like I'm on autopilot. That's how I felt for a while. I was on autopilot. I did what I needed to do. I earned my money. And that's pretty much it. It's the good thing that I invested into crypto since 2017 when I had those jobs, because now I'm doing pretty decent. I would have done better, but I'm gonna get that experience on why on another video. But yeah, it seems like, nowadays jobs is like you have to be there 8 hours. But there are studies out there that says that people are more productive if they work less hours a day. If they work maybe 3 to 4 hours a day, and then they'll be able to spend time with their family, spend time with their hobbies, be able to enjoy themselves, go back to work for another 3 to 4 hours. They're very productive. They're not always feeling like a slave, because that's what it is. That's what a 9 to 5 job is. It's a slave job. You're just there staring at the screen, which your eyes get tired after all those hours being there. And plus, if you want to do some other side hustle, you want to watch something on TV, you want to scroll on your phone, more time on your screen. It's crazy, honestly. Even when I'm not at work, I do spend a lot of time on the screen, but not nearly as much as when I was in a 9 to 5 job. Because what I like about working for myself, I choose when I want to take a break. I choose when I want to go out and just enjoy the day, all that stuff. A lot of 9 to 5 workers, they're there from like 8 to 5, 9 to 6, 10 to 7. And they cannot enjoy most of the day. They cannot even do any of their errands that is usually only from Mondays to Fridays. And then all the errands they have to do it on a Saturday. And it sucks. Because a lot of the doctors usually only work from Mondays to Fridays at the time that you're working a 9 to 5 job. Like, and then if you want to go to the doctor's appointment, you have to ask permission from your bosses, from your superiors, for you to go there without consequences. And now, I have a friend who has been telling me about all this issue that he's having at work, the toxic environment. A lot of people are like judging others just because of their looks and all that stuff. Or that if you look at a woman at work at a wrong way, they will look at you really bad. And you're not even meaning any harm or anything, but no, you know what's the mess up? Because my experience, when I showed interest in getting to know a woman at the workplace, but yeah, just because I had intention to want to meet girls at work, because I get to see them every day, we get to talk and all that stuff, but that was a big mistake. Unfortunately, 2 of the girls, if I'm not mistaken, reported me to HR just because I was looking at them in a certain way, or maybe because I was showing interest in being friends with them and wanting to talk to them and stuff. And then a lot of women just tend to get creeped out because of that. What? I just want to get to know you better, and you get creeped out because maybe I don't look the best to you. Maybe I'm not ripped or strong, which, by the way, at least I have some muscles, right? I do work out, but I'm not a chat eater, and I'm not planning to be. I'm not planning to be super muscular, but I want to stay in shape. But it doesn't matter to them. You know, if they recognize you from the past, or if they somehow dislike you because of your looks or the way you express yourself, or that you're a little nervous when you're expressing something to a woman, they'll say that you're creeped out. Oh no, this guy's harassing me. HR, there's no justice whatsoever. They just throw you out. They don't ask you on your side of the story on what was your intentions. That's the messed up thing about the workplace. They don't even bother asking you, what was your intention of talking to this girl? Let's be clear about this. They did warn me once in the job I had in 2023. And, I meant no harm and stuff like that. I wasn't going to, like, chat a random girl in Teams again because, let's be honest, that job, I barely did anything at all. And when I see someone that I wanted to talk to, some of them were cool with the Teams chat one-on-one. Casual, no disrespect whatsoever. Try to, be nice to them and stuff. But, now I learned after that is not worth approaching a woman at work. Because if she gets creeped out by you, or she gets resents about you, you're going to see that woman every single day, and it's going to be awkward as heck. Another, that kind of happened to my friend as well recently, but he's still in the job. And it seems that not only that, there are a lot of toxic women, toxic men, adult men acting like children in the workplace, thinking that they're the cheese and all that stuff. And it's just a really bad environment to work in, honestly. It's just, how can you continue going to a place to where there's people that you don't like and people don't like you? It's not healthy for your mental. And then people spread rumors about you out of nowhere just because you said something that offends them, or you approach them in a way that they are uncomfortable and they don't tell you, they don't give you a heads up, and then they report your butt to HR. And a lot of people has gotten fired because of that. And not only that, the pay is it's crap. Let's just be honest here. It is crap now. I was learning that here in Puerto Rico, since we get paid only $12 to $13 an hour, even today, when inflation is at an all-time high, if I'm not mistaken, or getting there. And then yet, in the States, you get paid double that for the same position as a call center representative or customer service representative. So yeah, there's a lot of toxicity and a lot of favoritism and a lot of people that don't care about you. And I'll have to also explain a little bit about my cell phone situation. I remember back in the old days when I used to work routing tickets and sometimes even doing call center jobs, except for one exception that was my first one, but I'm not going to mention that. But for the most part, I was allowed to use my phone to check every now and then, as long as I'm not attending a call at the moment, and it was all good. I was used to that style. It helps pass the time when nothing is going on and you're just sitting there doing nothing. And then especially that job I got in 2023, well, we were literally getting paid doing nothing, just sitting there, just talking to our coworkers and stuff, which is fine. I understand, you don't want us to use the cell phone because you're afraid that we're going to get, sensitive HIPAA information. I know that I'm not like that, and I would never do that, but some people out there in the workplace, they ruin it for everybody. So now they're super strict with everybody, and then whenever I'm just casually using my cell phone for texting because there's no calls coming in and I'm bored and I'm just sitting there doing nothing, not being productive, I want to do something. And then, yeah, I get caught a couple of times. I get called out, and then I complain in front of everyone because I didn't care at this point. I was hating that job so much because of how strict a lot of these policies are. I heard nowadays it's like if you miss a certain amount of days, and even if you're sick and all that stuff, or if you need to go out all of a sudden, and if you get a certain amount of points that's against you, you get fired instantly. It doesn't matter your reason or anything. I think it doesn't matter if you use your sick hours, but if you don't let them know beforehand, I guess that's what I believe my friend told me. I don't know. But seeing that toxic environment that my friend is going through now in his 9 to 5 job, I'm not working a 9 to 5 job these days. I'm looking for work, but I'm looking for meaningful work. I'm not looking for the same 9 to 5 grind as I used to. And seeing now how toxic this is, and I know for a fact that if I go there, I'm pretty sure there's people gonna hate my guts because there's so many losers, so many a-holes working in that job today. Like, no, I don't want to be. You cannot, no matter what your circumstances is, even if it's for money, you cannot stay in a toxic environment for too long. Yeah, if it gets to that point, it's like your mental state, your health in general is more important than just a paycheck. So, it's crazy how crap the toxic work environment is. That's why it's so much better working on your own, working your own hours, working from home, working with people you trust if you're able to do that as well. Because the latter is like you live a miserable day-to-day grind where nothing really gets progress, I guess, except for maybe your money. But if you're living in a situation where you have to pay a lot of rent, a lot of food, and all that stuff, that paycheck ain't gonna take you too far, and it'll be almost impossible for you to save for the future and to build a generational wealth. Like, that's not a thing anymore. It's like the norm is like paycheck to paycheck. So what you guys think about toxicity in the workplace? If you are in a workplace environment that people are very toxic and they make you irritated and they affect your mental health on a day-to-day basis, you need to get out of there ASAP. You need to find another way to make income if you haven't already. You need to find your talents and try to monetize your talents as much as you can. It may take a while, but always save your money if you are able to do that, because I know a lot of people are not able to. But don't give up hope. There is always have to be a way around this horse crap. You can't settle in a life that is mediocre, man. You need to try for better in life. And yeah, that's been my video. Nexilife. Yep, I forgot to say Nexilife and not Nexilife. I hope that you enjoy. And I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, God bless, and stay cool. Bye-bye.